Hi, this is Monick Halm from Equilawbrium Career and Life Coaching, where we help lawyers uncover, pursue, and live their passions. So I'm here with another episode of Lawyer Turned. Today is Lawyer Turned Partner Recruiter. I'm here with my dear friend Rick Villasenor. He's in San Diego. I'm in Los Angeles, so it's a Skype call. So here is the interview. Welcome, Rick.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. Um, so, Rick, I'd like to ask you, what is a partner recruiter?
Well, what we do is we basically match people with opportunities and we get in contact with large numbers of partners in various large law firms throughout the country
Mhm.
and let them know about opportunities that are there at our client firms. And if the partners are interested and qualified, then we put two and two together, and hopefully most of the time we make five out of two plus two. A lot of times there are really good synergies that can be exploited by the partner at the new location. They bring their business with them, and they're able to grow it even further.
That's great. So, tell me, what was your path from being an associate in a law firm to Rick is a dear friend. We've known each other for many years, and when I first met you, you were an associate at Morrison and Forster. And so, what was your path from being an associate? And I think you were seventh or eighth year when you left.
I was a senior associate, and I've always been pretty much my entire career has been either law related or real estate related. So when you and I knew each other, we were both at Morrison and Forster, and then I took a leave of absence to be in Argentina, and I worked at law firms there. When I returned back to the United States, and you can attest to this, being in Argentina, living in Buenos Aires, definitely gives you a different perspective
Yes, that does.
on what life can be like.
Mhm.
And the idea of going back to a California-based law firm that actually the group that I was going to be going back into just saw its international work contract quite a bit. So I would have faced the prospect of going back to a very domestic oriented situation where I'd be in an office, 6 to 12 hours a day working on loan documents for domestic financing transactions, which, it's okay. I've done that before, but I just wasn't really excited about that prospect. So I kind of looked into my options and actually did legal recruiting for a short period of time upon my return to California. I liked the activity. I liked the idea of matching people with opportunities, but it wasn't quite a fit for me where I was. I was in a very structured office that believed you could only do your work out of their little office space. They didn't believe in computers, so we used these little note cards, and everything was written down in the note cards, and the Martindale Hubble research was all in the big giant books, like telephone books. So it wasn't a fit for me with regard to that, but I enjoyed the work, and I enjoyed the connections with people, and I enjoyed doing the deals, and the compensation was good from that. But because of the fit with the office wasn't right, I continued to be open to other opportunities, and that's when I got into real estate.
Sorry, I remember. And now you were in real estate for how many years were you doing that?
About 5 years, I was
Okay.
with Coldwell Banker in Beverly Hills.
All right. So now that you went back into recruiting when you moved down to San Diego, and and this office is a better fit for you.
Yes, the current company that I'm with is very high tech, very modern. So that just is a much better fit for me. And also we have much more flexibility out of where we can work from. We can work from different offices or home offices or you know public locations, wherever, whatever makes sense depending on what we're doing.
I see the Christmas tree behind you, so you're at home now.
Exactly. It's a very warm environment here.
Yeah, that's great. So, what would you say are the best aspects of your job, and what are the most challenging aspects?
Well, definitely the best aspects are when you're able to help somebody out. I mean, similar to with the real estate, when you are able to find a person who could use something else or could benefit from some kind of opportunity and maybe that they didn't even know they should be looking for, and you put them together with it, and it ends up working out, and they seize the opportunity and they're in this new place and benefiting from it and really like it, and you just help somebody, advance their professional life and you get paid for it. That's a pretty nice a nice combination.
I totally resonate as a career
Exactly.
coach. That's what I get to do too. It
Exactly.
feels
I'm
so
sure you
good.
can relate to that. So that's definitely a very positive part. Some of the more challenging things are with my company, since we're kind of small, we don't have a huge amount of resources to pay somebody to do a lot of the background research and figure out which people to call. So sometimes we have to spend a bit of time on our own putting that information together and getting ready to to target a particular city and practice area. We have to like figure out who are the best people to contact for a particular opportunity. And we, of course, interface with our client firms on those questions. But but that can be kind of challenging. It's a bit of work.
And for people who are interested in transitioning from being an attorney like you did into legal recruiting, and whether associate or partner,
Hmm.
what advice would you have for them?
Well, you I'd say you'd have to kind of be attracted to that, to what I was talking about, the idea of matching people up with possible situations that could better their professional advancement. And it involves talking to lots of people who either are not able to be moved into a better position or are not interested in hearing about it. There's a lot of no's that you have to encounter before you come to a yes. And even when you come to a yes, there's a lot of people who really could use being in a better situation, but maybe whatever their professional characteristics are not quite right for any of the client firms that you have. So you just can't really help them other than to potentially provide advice and talk to them about what they might want to try to do. Or so um, if doing that kind of thing and coming across lots of no's before you get to a potential yes is something that you can handle, it can be a really rewarding activity.
So you say then for people who are interested in transitioning, you want to have an interest in that kind of work anyway, and having helping people have a good fit, and
Yep,
also have a thick enough skin that they can deal with the many no's that are just an inherent part of the job.
exactly. Yeah, the ability to be persistent and consistent. You have to be relatively consistent in the efforts that you put forth and the context that you lay out there in whatever um, areas that you're trying to get candidates. And over time, then you'll build up a pipeline of deals and people that you're helping.
Great. Thank you so much, Rick, for this interview. Again, this was a lawyer turned partner recruiter. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lawyer Turned. If you'd like to find out more about Equilawbrium career and life coaching and get some support in your own career transition, then definitely go to www.equilibrium.com. The info is right here, and pick up a copy of the free report, 5 steps to successfully transition into a new career. Take care, and we'll see you next time.